Hi, Tiffany.
Hi, Kat.
So, I've heard it a million times. Veganism is better,
Okay.
period. Better for your health, better for the environment, better for your wallet. Most vegans have a reputation for gladly or even sourly telling you this repeatedly.
Mm-hmm.
And they get a bad rap for being overzealous in their efforts to convert meat eaters.
Yeah.
But are they right?
Hmm.
Let's dig in.
Oh, fascinating.
Welcome to Greening Up My Act.
Sweet. Let's find
So
out.
that was a short intro, I think, because we just spent the last 10 minutes gabbing and we didn't record it.
Yeah,
So
about smoking.
smoking
Yeah.
and other things.
Lots of
Yeah.
shit. Yeah.
We do that. I'm sorry guys. It's not even a Patreon episode, but so I'll just get into my sources. I used the NIH 3 times.
Okay.
Studies from them, The Guardian, BBC, the American Institute for Cancer Research, and a blog that you sent me from a guy named Weston A. Price
Okay.
about a book called The China Study, which neither of us read, which is okay.
Yeah.
But I maybe I should do a little more intro and be like, what thoughts swirl in your head, or what has the algorithm told you about veganism? Like, what are the rumors?
Well, it's hard because rumors versus I know a lot of vegans. So,
What do they say?
well, my favorite is when they're self-deprecating, where they're like, I'm one of those very annoying vegans. And, they're joking, but I don't know. I mean, I dated a vegan guy, God, 20 years ago or whenever that was. No, not that long, but a long time ago. And he definitely talked about the China study.
Oh, he did. Okay.
But he wasn't super, I don't know. He was a little bit pressury, but he was also very much, he was like an ultra runner. And so he ate a lot of food, but it was mostly pastas and veggies, and I'm trying to think what else he ate a lot of. Quinoa, stuff like that. But I found dating him really opened my eyes, because I was like, oh, okay, that was the first time I had ever tried soy ice cream and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it was just okay.
Yeah.
I think it's probably gotten better, but
it doesn't scratch the same itch.
No, I tried oat milk ice cream last year, and it was god awful.
Oh,
I'm sure that there are better brands, but I don't know which one.
I've had coconut milk ice cream and it's fine.
Yeah. I don't know which. I wish I knew which one this was to warn people off of it.
Yeah.
It was so bad. It was shocking, but
yeah,
I don't know. But I mean, yeah, they definitely get a bad rap, especially if I went to Indiana and said I'm vegan.
Oh, forget it.
People wouldn't even know what I was talking about.
Yeah.
For the most part. I mean, there are vegans living in Indiana, obviously, but
yeah,
my family would be like, I don't know what that means. You can't what?
Yeah, I was a vegetarian in high school, and it was when we'd come visit my grandparents in Texas, it was like, you're what? I might as well have just said that I'm a communist and I want to burn the government to the ground, and
I know.
But
it's so funny. And it's in overseas especially.
Oh yeah.
It's Italians would be like, "Oh, you're a vegetarian. Here's
fish.
Bread with meat in it."
Yeah. Yeah, they'd be like, "Oh, pepperoni's fine, right?" You're like, "No." No. Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting.
That's not...
Yeah. That's in my Big Fat Greek Wedding. It's one of my mom's favorite things. He don't eat meat. It's okay. I make lamb.
Yes.
My mom used to say that anytime that somebody was a vegetarian or something. So, but yeah. Well, I guess I should get into what is veganism.
Yeah.
Okay. First, we got to define terms, right?
Mm-hmm.
Usually, Veganism refers to a completely plant-based diet, which means no animal byproducts whatsoever. So strict vegans don't eat eggs, honey, they don't wear leather, they don't
Yep.
eat gelatin,
Yep.
and there are even some that debate yeast
Okay.
as a, so compared to vegetarians, vegetarians might take it a step back and eat eggs or honey, you know. They might eat something that doesn't kill the animal but is an animal byproduct. And you got the those are, they might eat milk or they might drink milk, Some vegetarians are pescatarians or they eat fish but not, mammals.
Right.
There's all, but veganism is all plants. Excuse me. Now, I wanted to be clear that a plant-based diet doesn't always have to be vegan or even vegetarian. So this is something that even in the NIH articles, they're like, oh, it's plant-based. Technically, plant-based just means championing plants. So you might supplement with meat or animal byproducts once in a while. So they plant-based diets tend to choose vegetables over animal products when they can.
Okay.
They're not necessarily vegan or vegetarian.
I like that. Okay.
Yeah. There is a strong political and moral component to modern veganism, especially in popular culture. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it feels almost religious. Like you've heard the joke, like if you meet a vegan CrossFitter, like what do they tell you about first? Like, so a lot of this is tied, again, a lot of people choose veganism because of the unethical treatment of animals in food production, which we talked about in dairy last week. It is appalling. And we also talked about it in the chickens episode. There is a lot of unethical treatment of animals out there. I'm not going to get into that all too much this week because it is a giant and sprawling minefield of questions.
Yeah.
So this episode, I'm focusing on, is veganism better for the environment? Is it better for your health? And is it better for your wallet?
Okay.
So the ethical questions can be saved for another day.
Yeah. We already kind of talked about it.
We did talk about it. Yeah. Okay. So is veganism better for the environment? Yeah.
Yeah.
You went through it with like plant-based milks. The NIH paper that I read said plant-based diets could reduce diet-related land use by 76% and diet-related greenhouse gas emissions by 49%.
Specifically veganism.
They were using plant-based, interchangeably with vegan in this.
Okay.
It also said switching to plant-based diets can reduce eutrophication, which is where there's too many nutrients in the water from like fertilizer runoff, and the water gets too thick with like algae and other growths, and all the oxygen dies and it kills everything in the water. Oh, so it could decrease that by 49%, and then reduce green water use, which is like rainfall, by 21%, and blue water use, which is freshwater lakes, rivers, by 14%.
Wow.
So red meat production takes a lot of land for cattle to graze. They emit methane gas.
Yeah.
Processing meat makes a bigger footprint than most vegetables or fruits. It's meat production, specifically cows, but also pigs and lambs, is just kind of bad for the environment, especially at factory farm levels.
Yeah.
Caveat though, this doesn't mean all vegetable or fruit production in the US is just magically better for the environment. Like the BBC article I read said delicate fruits like blueberries that are shipped long distances have almost as much of a carbon impact as red meat production.
What?
Yep.
I had no idea.
And the BBC article again said that asparagus in the UK has the highest carbon footprint compared to any other vegetable in the country because it's usually imported from Peru.
Oh, that's
so yeah, just because, and then also I should have looked into this more. When you process soy to make soy patties, that also adds carbon footprint. You're not just eating like fresh off the vine soy, you're eating, or Impossible burgers, the environmental impact of those, it's not, I think similarly to what you found with like plant-based milks are going to be significantly less than red meat.
Yeah.
Probably still, but they're still going to have more of an impact than just eating vegetables.
Yeah.
So you've got to take that into consideration too. Okay, I had put in here that I was going to take a break, but we didn't.
We keep doing that. It's so funny.
I know. Well, so the next section is my big section on this.
Okay.
So we'll take a break halfway through that. This is the big question. Is veganism better for your health?
Yeah. Okay.
So a lot of people choose vegan diets for health reasons, right? Bill Clinton in the early aughts, he lost all that weight. He's like, my life is so much better, you know? There are real medical reasons people might want to go vegan. Like legit, serious reasons people want to go vegan. Like, have you heard of the allergy to meat caused by a tick bite?
I have.
Alpha-gal syndrome? Yeah. It's caused when a Lone Star tick bites you and gives you an immune system reaction from your blood. And it's the alpha-gal sugar molecule in mammalian meat. So that's pork, beef, and lamb. And it can cause
so
like
not chicken.
Nope, not chicken.
Weird.
Just red meat.
God,
well, and you think
so
about
weird.
it, poultry is birds. So this is, mammal meat, which is, I'd never thought about it that way before. And I read this and I was like, obviously mammal meat. So probably venison, elk also, But that's like a real serious thing. But again, going vegan doesn't automatically mean healthy.
Yeah.
Right. We used to joke in college that our friends who went vegan were just like living off nuts and whiskey,
Yeah, and French fries.
French fries. Yeah. Like that's vegan, but it can be a mask for anorexia, which I'm going to get into.
Ugh. Yeah.
And you can absolutely eat unhealthy foods that have no animal byproducts in them, So here are, I'm just going to go, I'm going to go thing by thing and concerns I'd like to break down about veganism and health. So the first is cancer. Some studies have linked eating meat to an increased risk of cancer. The American Institute for Cancer Research notes that eating a lot of red meat, especially beef, pork, and lamb, is tied to a higher risk of colorectal cancer. So they explain that this is because of its high levels of heme iron, which can promote tumor growth. And then also when you cook mammal meat, for lack of a better, when you cook red meat, you use high temperatures, which create heterocyclic amines or aminase, which also increase cancer risk.
Okay.
This is not true of eating chicken, turkey, and fish. Didn't find that to be true. Now, processed meat of any kind, whether it's salted, smoked, cured with preservatives, that is the worst for cancer outcomes. So like bacon, ham, hot dog, sausage, pepperoni, deli meats, including deli turkey, although not to the extent that these other processed red meats, right?
Okay.
Now, when we talk about processing, we're not talking about canning. We're just talking about adding preservatives, salting it, smoking it. So like spam, spam, processed meat, cancer, possibly cancer promoting. Canned chicken, canned fish, not linked to these same processed food outcomes.
Whoa.
So tuna fish is not linked to cancer the same way that red meat or processed meat is.
Wow. Minus the mercury.
Well, there's other issues with that, right? I'm just talking about cancer here. So
yeah.
the China study, which is that book we were talking about. Now, I only skimmed this article. So it's a book from 2006 that like apparently convinced a bunch of people to go vegan. And one of the things he did was kind of cherry pick the studies, apparently. So this article you sent me like tore it down. So the tests about linking animal protein to, specifically he said animal protein causes cancer, was basically his takeaway. Those tests were based on isolated casein proteins from milk. Not the same thing as just drinking a glass of milk. Not the same thing as eating cheese, right? It's a single protein that has been removed from its holistic, presentation and isolated, right?
Oh, okay.
So like milk, yogurt, cheese, they have a bunch of other things going on in them chemically than just the casein protein.
Okay.
So it's kind of like, I wouldn't even know what to compare it to. It's like taking a salad and just taking the tomatoes out. and being like, well, this isn't healthy for you anymore because it doesn't have, all these other, I'm not explaining it right.
No,
But
I get it. I understand.
yeah, it's
And so they're saying that the casein protein was linked to cancer?
in rats and mice. That's the
Okay.
next thing. It's rats and mice.
Uh-huh.
And also, they're feeding them kind of insane amounts of it,
Yeah.
which we've talked about in previous studies. They actually found whey protein, which is also something found in milk, stops tumor growth,
Oh.
inhibits tumor growth in other studies. So, and some plant-based proteins like lysine, which is added to wheat gluten to make a complete protein, stimulates tumor growth the same way casein does. So he kind of omitted all of those studies.
Interesting.
So it's kind of cherry picking the science. There's no smoking gun, basically. According to the guy who wrote this article, Weston Price, plant protein has as many positive correlations with cancer as animal proteins. And it's also worse for you for heart disease and stroke, apparently.
Plants?
Plant-based proteins have worse outcomes for your health than animal proteins when it comes to heart disease and stroke.
Hold on. Explain.
Okay. I don't know why.
Okay. First off, what is a plant-based protein?
So,
Like soy?
yes.
Okay.
When
See,
you
I
were
was
talking,
like, what kind of protein does a carrot
so
have?
you're talking about the protein in the pea milk.
Yes.
That's a plant-based protein.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
The risk of heart disease, stroke, or cancer can go up with certain vegan items, like seed oils. There are a lot of interactions at play. For example, blood cholesterol seems to have an impact on cancer and overall health, but it's tied to genetics as much or even more, I think, as it is tied to your diet.
Okay.
So it's just another case where studies on the cancer impact of a vegan versus omnivore diet, and we can't say, right? There's too many factors at play. This might be another case. Well, it's like, again, the studies that we have were done in mice in very isolated protein, cases. And then when you look at the overall health of vegans, there's all kinds of different things going on.
Right.
So,
Plus,
yeah.
that would be so weird
Yeah.
to throw like 10 vegans in a room and be like, you're all healthy, right? Like, no, not everybody's going to be healthy.
Well, yes, exactly. Like when you control for factors like your genetic, risks. I mean, genetic stress is the ultimate killer, I think.
Yeah.
Is what we find. Bad diet, yes. Processed food diet. But stress, genetics, these interplay with diet. So you have to isolate so many things, and then what kind of vegan diet, So there's no smoking gun that links a vegan diet versus an omnivore diet to cancer, except higher cases of colorectal tumors with people who eat a lot of red meat. Again, I will caveat that, a lot of red meat.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
what's a lot? Okay. Maybe now we can take a break.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Cool. Okay, we are continuing on with our deep dive into claims of veganism being healthier for you. Okay, the next thing is the issue of nutritional deficiencies.
Ah, yes.
This is a big deal in veganism.
This. And it's kind of in the news recently, right?
Maybe.
I might have seen it. But...
I watched a kind of documentary study that was done between twins, identical twins, and it was a scientist took, 10 sets of identical twins and gave one a vegan diet and one a omnivore diet, and then put them on a weight loss muscle gain plan.
This may
and tried
be
to
what
measure.
I saw, yeah.
Yeah.
I saw an article though.
But it's only a study of 20 people is not, a rigorous. It was interesting. But, okay, so it's harder to get all the nutrients you need to survive and thrive from a vegan diet. It just is. Vegans will admit this. The NIH took down the biggest problems with veganism or even vegetarianism in terms of nutritional deficiencies. The first is protein and amino acids. So plant proteins are less digestible than animal proteins to humans.
Okay.
You need protein to build and maintain muscles, regulate processes like hormones, enzymes, in your immune system, and provide energy. Protein also regulates blood sugar and makes you feel full after eating. There are combinations of foods you can eat that will give you like a complete amino acid protein. You have to eat a lot more of it. So you can't just, eat a little dainty vegan diet and have a full, robust protein. It's a lot of thinking and planning. Okay. The next one is a B12 deficiency. So B12 is found in meat, poultry, and eggs. And it's essential for your brain and blood. If you don't have enough of it, you can increase your cancer risk. So without enough B12, you run the risk of also having anemia.
Yeah.
However, unlike protein, you can just take a vitamin to supplement B12.
Yeah, I had to get B12 shots for a minute.
A lot of
Mine
women
was
do.
so low. I was getting dizzy.
Yeah, I have had to take it too.
Yeah.
So it's not just vegans that suffer from this. So it is,
Yeah.
but luckily that's something you can supplement with a vitamin. Iron is a big one. Again, iron from plants is less bioavailable. And interestingly, whole grains, nuts, and legumes, which are important parts of vegan diets, can hamper the absorption further because of their phytic acid content.
What?
So you could kind of be shooting yourself in the foot by eating the nuts and beans and whole grains that you need to make a full, protein and amino acid, because it reduces the amount of iron that your body will absorb.
Weird. Okay.
Yeah. So again, another supplement you can probably take for that.
Yeah.
Zinc, again, poorly bioavailable in plants due to phytate. If you don't get enough zinc, you can have mental health problems, dermatitis, alopecia. Selenium, which regulates the thyroid, immune system, metabolism, brain, cardiovascular system, and antioxidant activity to protect cells. Also not bioavailable in lots of plants. Vitamin D and calcium. So these are automatically part of milk. And again, plant bioavailability is harder for vitamin D and calcium. So that leads to low bone density and osteoporosis, which means hip fractures.
Which is so interesting, and I kind of wish one of us had read the China study, because I remember back in the day, this vegan boyfriend that I had was saying that the China study said that whole calcium, the idea of that calcium is not true, that you don't need calcium for bone density.
Oh,
That's what he said. Now that I know that it cherry-picked, I'm probably thinking it's not true, but I've always wondered this.
I didn't get very deep. This is the NIH claims this. So
Okay.
I didn't get deep into, I wonder what the China study said about calcium not being necessary.
Big milk conspiracy.
And it might be. I mean, and we might not need as much calcium as 4 glasses of milk a day.
Right.
But when you're saying that your doctor said that she needs at least 1 glass of milk a day, I kind of buy that.
Right.
Because it is a readily available source of calcium that human omnivores can take in, with vitamin D already included. So, but you can probably get it from a serving of yogurt too,
Right. Yeah.
Um,
I don't know. It's interesting.
yeah.
I'm not buying it now, but fascinating.
There's all kinds of things that go into, again, it's not ever just like, if you cut milk out, you're going to, plenty of people don't drink milk and don't have immediate bone fractures. Yeah.
Right.
There's a lot of things going on there. So,
yeah.
Now this is a big one, veganism and mental health.
Oh.
So going vegan can have a big impact on your mental health. Partially, they think, and I didn't go into the science of this much, but your gut biome controls your mental health. And so messing with your digestion in certain ways, high fiber diets are great for the gut biome, but if you're missing other vitamins and nutrients, that can really physically alter the chemicals in your brain, right?
Whoa.
So there's that. But it's also orthorexia is a huge issue. So orthorexia is an eating disorder where people are obsessed with eating right. This happens with gym rats, You find it, you know, a lot of the manosphere has orthorexia issues with, like, you know, how much protein, you know, hitting your macros is a type of orthorexia.
Right.
Veganism gets into that very easily because there's also a moral component often. Like, you're eating animals, you know, which is horrifying. When I said, you know, mammalian meat, that's like,
Ew.
oh, you know, like, yeah, I don't want to eat the fluffy cows, you know.
Right.
But it's also like people can get on a high horse about how much better it is for your body.
Yes.
And so it's this combination of, I'm a bad person if I eat meat, but also I'm a bad person if I'm not perfectly taking care of my body. And veganism can feed those very, very strongly. So you have to watch out for it.
Yeah, I actually, now that you're saying that, I definitely know somebody with orthorexia.
For me, a lot in college, I found that the girls who were vegan were hiding an anorexia diagnosis because it is a way to control what you eat and make it look like it's a healthier choice. And it's, you know, the thing, if you go vegan, you have to eat more food is the thing to get the nutrients and the energy that your body needs. So if you're going vegan and you're eating less, that check yourself, you know, like, get help. There are treatments for orthorexia out there. It's a very touchy thing because people are like, well, I'm just trying to be healthy, you know.
Yeah.
It's like an addiction to exercise.
And it's glamorized too on Instagram.
It's completely glamorized. Yeah. Oh, look how good my skin looks. It's like, well, you don't get enough zinc, so your hair's all falling out, you know, like. Starvation does make your hair fall out, for the record, so.
Wow.
FYI. It also, this obsession over, like, having to eat the right foods can make you lose joy in eating.
Yeah.
You can develop serious restrictions on what you'll eat, when you'll eat, where you'll eat. And then also you can create, like, rituals around food that really, like, can be very harmful. Like, and this builds into my next point. There is a social cost of going vegan. Like you were saying, people like they can apologize. Eating is a social activity for humans. If you can't eat around other people because you morally can't stand their choice, or there's just nothing for you to eat, you know, and like maybe your shitty friends should go out to vegan food with you once in a while, you know.
Right.
But also, like, if there's a barbecue and you just can't stand, you know, you can cut off a lot of friends that way. Yeah. And I get that that is a hard decision. We definitely have a vegan friend, and, you know, he's very clearly political about it, and we all love him. And he'll say something sometimes like, yeah, well, I wouldn't eat my dog either. And we're like, yeah, no one's going to eat your dog, you know. But it is, I mean, it's got to be hard to have this, I think, actually righteous morality about not eating animals. It makes sense. I do think that in a perfect technological world, we should all be able to just not eat animals. Like, we should have moved past that point, you know?
Yeah.
There's something about, like, let's, you know, after reading all that stuff from the NIH about how, like, okay, but the bioavailability of plant protein and things is not as high. Okay. Yeah, we're not there yet, technologically speaking. You would just have to consume so much food to hit all your macros. And some people can do it, you know.
Or a bunch of vitamins, yeah.
Yeah, it takes a lot of work. We're not there yet technologically, I think, for a wide swath of people to be vegan. But it can be really difficult to have a community and friends. Mm-hmm. It really closes off your ability to hang out with people. And there are vegan communities, especially if you live in a city and stuff. And people are judgy in both directions. Like, yes. Vegans are judgy and like, have you ever heard, like, Texans who are like, well, eat your barbecue, like, you sissy boy, you know.
God, yeah.
Soy boy, that's an insult, right? Like.
Yeah. I think I've talked about this on the show before, but I was vegetarian for, like, I don't know, 6 months or a year in college, like we all were.
You gotta experiment, you know.
Yeah. And it was definitely a control thing too, like you were saying. Mm-hmm. But it was amazing to me because I didn't think, like, I really don't think that I was, like, preachy about it. Right. I'm sure I got preachy from time to time, but I was literally just stating the fact that I was vegetarian to a guy that I was working with, and he started yelling at me.
Yeah.
And I was like, about how he doesn't, he loves meat and blah, blah, blah. And I was like,
I
you're
didn't say
yelling
you
at me.
had to. Yeah, I just don't eat
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
I'm like, Jesus. So it is a hot topic
it
for
is in
people.
both directions. And I'm
Yes.
again, I want to go back to that organic food episode where I was like, can we just stop judging people for their food choices? You know,
Yes.
like no one's eating babies.
That makes me feel. That episode still resonates with me because as I'm shopping, I'm like, it is okay. What did I buy that was so much cheaper? It was like 1/3 of the cost. I think it was
Yeah.
some kind of fruit that was
Put the
you know,
strawberries
organic.
down. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was like, it's okay.
This is
It's
fine.
okay.
This is
Yeah.
fine. Yeah. Yeah. Um, so, okay, this was interesting. According to one study, meat eaters had a lower prevalence of depression than meat abstainers.
Interesting.
It could be the gut biome, you know. It could be they have stronger social ties, you know. But women tended to be more affected by this than men, too. I think a lot more women are vegan than men. There's a whole gender divide going on there. Like, meat eating is so tied to masculinity, especially in the United States. Which is another, we could do a whole episode on that. But,
Yeah.
so there's no smoking gun of why veganism has higher rates of depression. We don't know. It does. Maybe people who are more prone to depression tend to go more vegan, you know.
Right. And actually, isn't it true that liberals are more depressed than Republicans?
Yes. Yeah.
So like maybe there's
Chicken or
something
egg
there.
with that.
Yeah. I don't know.
Um,
I wonder how many
Okay.
vegan Republicans there are. I'd love to talk to a vegan Republican. Anyway,
they must be.
if you're out there,
yeah,
hit
write
me
us a note. Yeah, let's
Yeah.
chat. Okay, I want to talk about that too. But okay, eating more vegetables, no matter what, compared to the typical highly processed American diet, is going to be better for you, whether you cut meat out completely or not. More vegetables, better for you than mac and cheese. Okay. If you're a vegan eating the mac and cheese, CHEEZ, you are not getting the benefits of vegetables. Eat vegetables. Period. That's the thing Americans need is vegetables. That's it. That's it. Okay.
you know one easy way that I found to get more veggies in my diet is just with every dinner.
Have a salad.
Yeah, either a salad if we don't have anything else, or like one of our sides, I guess,
Yeah.
is some kind of stupid vegetable.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, and they're like,
Lima beans are a legume. But yeah. Just some plant matter.
yeah, we do a lot of broccoli,
Yeah.
and a lot of it's steamed. And actually, steaming is roasting's good. Roasting
love
takes
roasting.
longer.
Yeah.
But
well, we use the air
Steaming
fryer.
is so easy.
Yes. Yeah, it really is.
Throw some salt, pepper, garlic powder on it. It's delicious.
Yeah.
Charlie even eats it.
Yeah.
which
You don't
is a
need to use
miracle.
olive oil. You don't need to use,
Yeah.
We just throw vegetables in a pan. Like our normal meal is salmon or chicken, rice, and then Brussels sprouts, broccoli, whatever vegetable we have,
Yeah.
stir fried.
Yeah.
Takes 10 minutes,
Yeah.
and that's dinner. Yeah.
And
just
it's- Yeah. It's like an easy.
easy way to.
addition.
I sneak vegetables into like casseroles and things. Like when I make mac and cheese and broccoli. I make like my chicken enchiladas. I throw like squash and
Yeah.
peppers in there, So I add vegetables to things to make myself eat vegetables. If I make a smoothie, I got the fruit, I got the coconut milk, I got the yogurt, handful of spinach because I
Yeah.
fucking hate spinach. I hate the way it feels on my teeth.
That's what Joe says. He refuses to eat it, and I get it because it does make it feel like filmy. But
Mittens, yeah,
mitten teeth.
yep.
But I like it.
I throw it in the smoothie, and that way I get vegetables. And then we should reiterate, it's the same as with organic food. We don't know if vegans tend to be healthier because they're already more health conscious, right?
Right.
So they tend to be wealthier.
Yes.
This is the thing.
Have the time and the energy to focus on this
Yes.
stuff.
It just feels like
Vitamins ain't cheap.
the best thing you can do for your health is just be born rich.
Yeah.
Just get
Well,
richer.
that is true,
It's true. Yeah.
sadly.
But yeah, they tend not to smoke. Our friend who's a vegan is so anti-smoking, which yeah.
Interesting.
They tend to eat more vegetables, which is good for you. They tend to be wealthier. They tend to already be interested in fitness. So
Have good health care.
yes, yeah. So that could be why vegan diets tend to have better health outcomes that way.
Fascinating.
But yeah. Anyway, that's veganism and health. Okay, it's a mixed bag, but kind of yeah. If you do it the right way,
Yeah.
if you're mindful about it.
It sounds like so much work, to be honest.
Yeah, people do it though.
Yeah.
Okay, now is veganism better for your wallet? Yeah, basically. The NIH found that plant-based consumers spend less than any other type of consumer, including omnivorous eaters. I don't know what else there would be. I guess I don't know. Red meat is one of the most expensive items on any grocery list.
Yes.
And chicken, fish aren't far behind. Fish tends to be super expensive, especially if you get good stuff. So it takes a lot, again, it takes a lot more mindfulness to eat a vegan diet and keep up your nutrient levels. So we talked about this before. Reducing your red meat eating is going to be better for the environment, going to be better for your health. Americans eat too many burgers. This is the thing. Like, I have a pretty privileged life. I don't go to fast food like ever. So this isn't a problem for me. I tend to eat, a chicken breast or a salmon for my protein. I have a steak once in a while. I'll have a burger once every 6 months,
Yeah.
Don't eat it often. A lot of people, it's just the quickest thing you can do is, drive through McDonald's and get a burger, and that is the problem with the American diet, is that it is so much faster to just grab a burger than it is to go home and cook up your fully vegan, amino acid balanced yeast, nutritional yeast.
Nutritional yeast, yeah.
Yeah. And vitamins are not cheap, So, and then when you do fast food, vegan fast food, it's not good for you. Like, processed cheese with a Z is not a vegetable. Okay. It's made with, it's oil, it's junk. Right. So, okay. I had some tips for going vegan.
Okay.
Monitor your nutrient levels, really. Yeah. Find a good doctor, get those levels tested. Watch out for anemia, calcium deficiency, vitamin D deficiency. Find ways around that. There are ways to go vegan and still get the nutrients you need. You just need to be mindful. Make a plant-based meal plan. Get your vitamin B12 shots, whatever you got to do to keep from breaking a hip or losing too much weight. And muscle mass is what we're talking about. Vegans tend to lose muscle mass. So
okay.
It is hard for them to build muscle mass.
Okay.
Try starting with plant-based rather than full vegan. Start there. Just eat less meat, especially less red meat. We eat a lot of protein in our diets. Again, it's in everything. You don't need to eat a steak a day or a whole rotisserie chicken or 6 eggs to get your protein in. Like, check out nutritional values. It's supposed to, like, a serving of meat is like a deck of cards or like the palm of your hand. That's how much chicken you need a day, know? Like, or 2 servings of that a day. You don't have to raid the butcher shop to get enough protein.
Yeah.
Look for locally produced food. We can't reiterate this enough. Meat or vegetables. Get the local stuff. And that was something, I think it was Michael Pollan, when he wrote, I think it was the book where he said, eat less, mindfully, mostly plants. It was like 6 words for a healthy diet. Eat less.
Was this Omnivorous Dilemma?
Yeah, the Omnivorous Dilemma. And he had a chapter in there, and I didn't read the book, but I listened to a podcast about it where he was talking about if you live in the Hudson Valley, supporting local farmers who raise grass-fed beef, is kind of something economically that you should do. Like, small farms that ethically treat animals, even though you could argue butchering animals is not ethical, which I get. You know, although reading that book again, Braiding Sweetgrass, has kind of changed my mind. There are ethical ways to eat animals mindfully, you know. Again, because apparently we are evolutionarily omnivorous. And while
Right.
there is technology that it makes it possible to be vegan, naturally we are omnivorous. So there is something about right now the human body wants those kinds of proteins, you know.
Right.
Supporting local farmers, you know, beef farmers, lamb farmers, pork is something that is part of the whole landscape of ethics of eating, right? The human impact of your choices. So, like, if you're going fully vegan and you're just eating processed soy products from China, how is that ethically better? You know, I mean, I think being mindful of where you get your meat from, yes. Eating less of it, yes, absolutely. That is an ethically better choice. Again, buy local, buy seasonal. It'll cost you less. It's better for the environment, and it's better for you nutritionally, all these things. It's better economically for the people around you. There's just so much. Okay, avoid processed foods. I can't reiterate that enough. Vegan meat is not a substitute for real nutrition.
Right.
It's a nice treat. I think that was the thing that somebody was talking about. I think it was a New York Times article several years ago. They're like, you notice that there's no other food that people try to replace other than animal products. Like, nobody is making a hot dog that tastes like a carrot, or, you know, like,
Right,
we're not trying to replicate carrots. We're trying to replicate meat without eating meat. Like, so it's kind of a fascinating thing that, like, there is something, people really want to eat a juicy burger. You know, there's something about that, I guess.
Yeah.
So Impossible Burgers are not nutrition. Like, they're processed food. They're a McDonald's hamburger, maybe with a bigger carbon footprint even. You know, like,
Right.
have them as a
Probably
treat.
not.
Sure. But don't think that your vegan soy meat is better for you than, like, a salad with, you know, unprocessed things in it. Like corns, beans, and squash, right? That's what we're supposed to eat.
Yeah. I can't imagine an Impossible Burger would have a bigger carbon footprint
Than
than
red meat.
McDonald's.
Oh, well, I wonder. I mean, you're right. I think, again, because we talked about, you know, plant-based. And again, it goes into, you know, how much land it takes to grow. Like, if they're shipping all of this soy from somewhere else, right, to make all the ingredients, and they're using organic only ingredients, which takes up more land. I mean, there's so many factors at play. When you generally, a processed soy
generally
burger.
speaking, soy is way better. Like, even if there are factors that are, like, similar-ish to beef, it's still, I think,
but you know
better.
What's better than an Impossible Burger? Like
salad.
Edamame. Yeah, right?
No, you're right. I love edamame.
Edamame's great. I'm a big fan.
And I guess that's technically not processed because it's just a freaking bean in a pot.
I mean, it's not. There's no added preservatives or oils or exactly.
I guess you're right. Yeah.
When we're defining processes, like smoking it, curing it.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, mine are just frozen.
Yeah. So chopping it is not processing it, you know.
Yeah.
Like, okay, next step, find a diet you like. The Mediterranean diet is a very plant forward diet with, you know, and they keep saying it has so many health benefits, you know. You're less likely to waste food if you actually enjoy it, right? There are tons of websites out there, like A Virtual Vegan, which you sent me, and you said lemon and
Love and Lemons.
Love and Lemons has there's a lot of recipes. They can provide healthy, balanced meals to help you eat more vegetables and less meat.
Yeah, they have so many, and it's not purely vegan. Now that I'm thinking about it, there's a stuffed pepper recipe, and it's not vegan. So,
well, but like,
they know
plant forward, plant based,
totally.
right?
Yeah,
go for it. And then my last tip is don't obsess over a perfect diet.
Yes.
There's no
That
such
is
thing.
key. Yeah.
Your body is going to change over time and your needs will change too, you know. Focus on the foods that you like and can afford. There's no need to go to Whole Foods and drop your whole paycheck on stuff labeled vegan or organic that's really just processed and not good for you, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Quit the whiskey and the nuts and the cigarettes. Make an actual meal, you know. And enjoy time with your friends.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whether they're vegan or not, or meat eaters or not. Like, just let people eat what they eat, and let's enjoy our time together, because we do it so rarely.
Yeah, I love that. That is so true.
So
yeah,
that's veganism. Any other discussions? What did I miss? I mean, again, I'm sure I missed a lot, and I'm sure my vegan friends out there will. That it's a thing. Every time I've talked with a vegan, they're like, well, you can get the proteins out of it. I'm like, yes, okay. You're probably not eating enough food. Like, as a vegan, you probably are not eating enough food.
Like I said, the vegan boyfriend I had would eat all the time.
But
he was also an ultra runner. So
yes. And that's another thing.
Literally constantly eating.
Yeah. So, but I don't know. So are we going to do microplastics next week? Or are we going to do it for the end of the season?
I don't know. I did think about that.
Because our current lineup says that it's PFAS are the last.
We'll do microplastics next week.
Okay, microplastics next week. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. Yeah, because if we got PFAS too, then that's a big one also.
You got the hard ones. I got mushroom coffee.
We should switch.
You want mushroom coffee?
Maybe. Can I have it?
And I'll do PFAS?
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
We don't have to.
No, that's fine.
I think you wanted to do mushroom coffee, right? That was your idea.
Well, I think we wanted to, one of us buy it and try it and see what it was like.
Oh, that's right. I have zero interest.
I don't want to.
I don't want to either.
Maybe we'll skip mushroom coffee and find something else.
I'm curious about it though.
Do the research on it. You don't have to buy it. Maybe if you can find some place that sells it.
No, I want a sample. Oh yeah. That would be better.
You know what? We're gonna hang out this weekend. We're gonna hang out, so maybe we can.
DC has it.
Okay. We'll go looking. We're gonna hunt.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah, and we'll take some Instagram videos so you can all see it. This episode is gonna come out after we see each other in DC anyway.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, did I just triangulate us? No.
Yeah. Shit.
Weeks later. Yeah.
Yeah. We can't stalk us. Haha, we already did it. Yeah. Not that we have stalkers. Thank God. No, but yeah.
You never know.
Yeah. Well.
Sweet. Yeah. Okay, let's do that. That sounds fun.
Cool.
And then you can have PFAS.
Yeah. Okay. I'm on it. All right. I have an idea for roll that beautiful bean footage. I mean, our ending song. And I have an idea for what people should do.
Oh, perfect.
Tell a friend. Make them listen to this video and have an argument about veganism together. Over a plant-based meal.
Yes.
Ideally. And send us pictures.
Forward.
Planned forward, yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Very good. Cool. All right. Well, thank you for all that research. That was a lot.
Thanks for listening. Yeah, and thanks everyone for listening.
Yeah.
Have a good night. Eat more plants.
See you next week.